Alrighty, cinemaphiles, the subject of this review is a white kitten. No. His nose just went up my nose. That's so gross. The subject of this review is the second episode of the recent Warner Brothers series. What are you doing? Starring Grant Gustin, The Flash, and this episode is entitled The Fastest Man Alive, also directed by David Nutter. This is his second contribution to the series. And I do have to say that there are some continuity issues, the largest of which being that The Flash, despite being the fastest man alive, cannot outrun a punch, but he can outrun a bullet. It's understandable that The Flash, not being able to use his powers, is having some trouble, and I guess he needed to get a thrashing in this issue in order to give him the understanding that he is not immortal, not invincible, and not the oddly absent Superman from this series. But the question being, how is it he can't just outrun a punch? It would seem as though the fastest man alive would have to have the fastest reflexes of any man alive, and therefore be able to get out of danger's way. That's kind of my thing. Again, it's sloppy writing. When your hero's thing is speed, you can't stop him with something he should be able to outrun. It's just that simple. Now, I will admit I am warming up to The Flash with the second episode. I think it's better than the first. I found it more intriguing, but it did have some issues. Now, I have put down the kitty to give you some spoilers, just in case you've seen this episode. In this particular episode, The Flash fights a man that can clone himself. Of course, despite the fact that he's only cloning himself, he seems to be capable of also cloning his clothes and shoes. This is an enormous hole in the plot, and whereas I understand having this dude running around naked would be difficult to shoot and difficult to film, yeah, look, that's what you've got there. You either explain he can clone things other than himself, or you explain what's going on with the clothes and not make him able to clone in general sight. The additional clone should basically come out either in torn clothing or naked. That was the biggest hole in this. I understand why it's there. It's strictly a logistical thing, but it bothered me. It was one of those things. Again, The Flash is a very sloppy series. I'm beginning to warm up to it. I'm really starting to like it, but I'm also starting to understand exactly why I never got into comics.